And welcome to the Grand Center in Danville, Virginia, where it is Senior Day, and we will introduce our lone senior for today. Her name is Amani Ajayi. In her 4 years at Averett, Amani has appeared in 83 games, starting in 57 of them. During her career, she scored a total of 748 points, 534 rebounds, and 100 even steals. Last season, she earned USAC's second-team East Division honors after averaging 13 points, 8 rebounds per game. Majoring in biomedical science, Amani has also served as the vice president of SAC. Amani is escorted today by her mother, Monica Ajayi, and her brothers Philip and Elijah. Let's give it up for Amani Ajayi before today's game. What a singer is Ajayi, a presence in the paint, and she has even extended her game out beyond the arc and off of the basketball court. Amani is a leader in the classroom, she's a leader in her clubs and organizations, and she's a leader on the court. Amani Ajayi, really a stand-up singer.
And Eddie, just as you were saying, on the court, all of her accomplishments, her off-the-court accomplishments are as not, if not greater than what she has done. As you said, Vice President of SAC and involved in countless clubs on campus, as you always see her out and about supporting Averett and the community.
She was one of the founding members of Averett Sister for Sister Club. I mean, a club that empowers women on campus. And I mean, you can't say enough about Amani Ajayi.
And Eddie, you're absolutely right, and definitely a resume stuffer moving forward in her career. And we're going to get into the starting lineups here. First for Averett, we have the senior Amani Ajayi, number 11, Raven Johnson, number 12, Alexis Rosia, number 20, Kiera Smith, and number 24, Brooke Carthen.
And the problem with that lineup, if you are an opposing team, is you have rebounding in Raven and Amani and Brooke on the offensive board, and you have scoring in Rosia, Brooke, and Smith. You have passing in Smith and Rosia, and you have steals in all 5 of them. It's really a problem. It's an issue, and let's meet the starting 5 that's going to have to deal with that issue today. For Pfeiffer, 5 is Maya Johnson, number 15, Brina Bentley, number 20, Courtney Pinion, number 22, Sydney Bickford. And then as well as number 12, Amaya McLean.
And Eddie, as you were saying, this Averett lineup is just an all-around, just productive all around in every aspect of the game, showing why they're number 1 in the East Division.
And they picked up that number 1 accolade after beating Mary Baldwin in a must-win game, 60-55 at home. And then they went on to beat Greensboro 72-70, almost lost that game. And then beat North Carolina Wesleyan 61-54. They are on a 5-game winning streak, and in fact, they've won 6 of their last 7. The Cougars are on an absolute roll.
Not quite sure what we are waiting on, as our athletic director is talking to Coach Loy. Not sure what about, also talking to Coach Hickey. Correction, that's Hudie. Oh, there's a shot clock problem on the right side if you're looking on the broadcast. And if you're in the stands to your left, as the scoreboard above the backboard is showing 1 minute compared to the one on the opposite end, which is showing 10. So we're going to try to fix that problem, and I know our great SID, Drew Wilson, is going to figure that out.
And we're going to try and get you a shot of what's going on here. And that is the clock that we are working to fix. That clock should show 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and right now it does not show that. So we're desperately, fiercely trying to work hard at getting this fixed. However, we will take a break and try and come back whenever things get sorted out. And we are back. They are going to play despite the technical difficulties. We've got clocks everywhere else. So we will play despite the one messed up clock. The starting lineup for the Cougars: Rosia, Raven Johnson, Kiara Smith, Brooke Carthen, and the senior, Amani Ajay.
And Eddie, now thinking about it, I think the block the last game when Ian Best was going up for that dunk at the end, they have caused it. I'm going to call a backcourt violation to start the game off. An odd start, but nonetheless we are off.
I think they were a little confused on which way to go with the ball, but like you said, nevertheless, we're on our way, underway with this game. Pfeiffer in the black-on-black uniforms, Cougars, and their white-on-white home uniforms.
Missed by Pfeiffer. Ajay notches her first rebound of the contest. Carthen over to Johnson. Down low to Ajay. Rosia wide open in the three.
And Brent, if you're a Pfeiffer fan listening, you do not want to leave Rosia open for three. She missed that one, but I mean that is not something that she's normally gonna do. She's not normally gonna miss wide open three-pointers. As Amani Ajay pulls down another rebound.
And Eddie, as you were saying, Rosia and Smith both really lethal three-point shooters as Carthen gets her first points of the contest.
And Brent, I think the only two teams that wear white at home are the Dallas Cowboys and the Averett Cougar women's basketball team.
Yeah, that is. You can never go wrong with white on white at home. It's such a clean color, and black on black too.
Those are two color combinations that you really can't mess up. They match well with really any colors, but Pfeiffer at the line. First shot up and good. Shot coming from McLean. Second shot good as well. Smith will get past half court. Johnson finding Ajayi. What a pass. And what an offensive rebound. Ajayi doing all she could, just couldn't find the bottom of the net. And a long three.
A hand in her face as well. Johnson looking, but taps it out. And in transition, that is McLean looking to set up the offense. And Carthen gets a hand in there and ties it up as the ball will remain with Pfeiffer. I'm thinking we're going to see a Kobe Bryant-esque game from Ajayi. Not going to check out of the game unless she needs a break. As
the 60-point last home game outing tonight.
Who knows? And down low.
Rotating well and played good defense there.
Too powerful on the layup there is Bentley. And Johnson just outside of her large arms. And it will be a turnover now. 7:39 left. The score is tied 2-2 here. As a defensive battle is going on right now. Both teams playing really good defense inside the paint. But that's where both teams want to get the majority of their points at.
2 points apiece.
We're going to call a
foul call, and you're going to see freshman Cameron Lunsford checking in here shortly.
And Lunsford named Rookie of the Week last week, as well as Isaiah Jones. So 2 Cougar freshmen making an impact on the court, and noticed well by the USA South. Lunsford on the switch over in the corner.
Great defense there by Lunsford.
And they're going to call a travel. Lunsford pumped up after that great defensive series there.
And Lunsford really gets after it on defense, man. She gets her hands in. Even if she doesn't collect the steal, she's poking that ball away and reaching in and making those guards pick up their dribbles and doing whatever she can to contribute defensively. Ball down low to Johnson. Shot good.
And Eddie, with Johnson being 5'10", you get the ball inside of her. There's nothing that you can do once she gets it in there because she's such a tree down there.
Shot good there from Brenna Bentley.
In the corner to Johnson. Johnson driving the lane back out to Carthen. Carthen for 3. No good. They're going to call a foul on Johnson there. She was trying to get the board. Carthen definitely has that three-point shot in her arsenal. Doesn't really use it as much as the guards do on this Averett lineup. But nonetheless, you can't give her an open shot because she will pull that in, make you pay for it.
And speaking of making you pay for it with open shots, Brooke Carthen close to 1,000 points in her career. She's got 975 total career points, 391 away from that 1,000-point mark. And Ajayi picking up the steal. That's a good shot there from Amani Ajayi, the senior. Raven Johnson doing a good job of defending here on the perimeter. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Shot no good, rebounded by Raven Johnson. Here she goes the other way. Ball over to Rosia. Rosia, dribble, driving, shot good. Jai will be called on that free throw. Zanice Chambers will check in for Rosia. Lunsford with it, over to Carthen. Carthen finds Johnson. Over to Chambers, the cheerleaders cheering their team on loud. A nice pocket pass to find Raven Johnson. Jump ball call, possession stays with Averett. Lunsford looking for some help. Into Chambers. 10, 9, 8, 7 on the clock. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Carthen for 3. Count them all. 11-7, the Cougars lead it. Lunsford smothering defense. Great rebound there by Brooke Carthen. And here we go, Cam Lunsford the other way, over to Chambers. Back to Lunsford. Lunsford. We'll signal for a play here, under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. A jive for 3, good! The senior getting it done. And Brent, I mean, you can absolutely feel the excitement in this place. Three-pointer good from Pfeiffer. And that's Maya Johnson on the shot. 14-10, the Cougars lead it by 4. And then still here. Johnson outside with it. And so here we go the other way. Brooke Carthen with the ball. Ball to Carthen for 3. Good! Brooke Carthen on fire right now, 17-10. Samantha Texan and Kiera Smith will both check in.
Samantha Texan and Kiera Smith checking in.
And Pfeiffer now in the bonus. Early into this opening quarter of action. Hits the first one from the line. As Johnson checks out, and Weaver will come in for the Cougars as well. And Aaliyah May goes 2 for 2 from the line there. Cuts the Averett lead down to 5. 2:25 left in this opening quarter. Lunsford looking to set up the offense. And Zanice Chambers wide open look for 3. No good. Offensive rebound, no good.
Weeder's trying to get her shot to go, and like you said, had to fight through a lot of contact to get it.
And a tough layup there goes down. That is number 20, Courtney Pinion. Ooh, a little too much on the layup. Gets her own rebound.
And I think Texan thought she was going to have to fight through contact, and then all of a sudden the defender was gone, and so she had, like you said, too much power on the shot, came off the backboard.
It looks like Carthen is going to check in here for Zanice Chambers. As Texan goes 2 for 2 from the line. Pushes the Cougar lead back to 5. Under 2 minutes now in this first quarter. Down low to Pinion. Pinion back out, and the mid-range shot is no good. It's number 24. Kiera Anderson with the miss as Kiera Smith answers back with a layup as the battle of the Kieras going on. McLean looking to get this Pfeiffer offense going. Pinion is fighting her guts down there to get an open look. McLean back to Pinion, corner, no good. Carthen the rebound.
And here we go, 21-14, Brooke Carthen with the ball. She is a scoring machine. She averages right at 18 a game. Ball in the hands of Lunsford, outside for Smith for a 3. Good! 23-24-14, 10-point lead, 49.2 left. Your Cougars lead it. And we are back, and Brennan, looks like the after party to the three-point party is on from the men's basketball game. The women also don't know how to miss from outside. A three-point shot put up by Johnson absolutely drains it. Maya Johnson, another three-pointer.
Texan looking to find some help. Gets it to Wieters. Wieters driving the lane. Left-handed layup, no good. Texan gathers the rebound, but bounces it off of her own hand there.
And Janaisha Watson, the 5'11" singer from Winston-Salem, will check into the game. Good. And that's the quarter, 24-19. Your Cougars lead it by 5. 24-19, a 5-point lead for your Cougars. The senior Ajayi, 5 points and 5 rebounds. Watson getting it done down low. Johnson with it over to Texan. Texan finds Johnson again. Traveling violation. It looks like Weeders will come in for Johnson. And Watson again getting it done down low. And Weeders setting a hard pick right there. Texan getting her mid-range to go. Genesis Weeders showing that Coach Roan getting it done in the weight room. 3-point lead for your Cougars. Pfeiffer looks to go back down low to Watson, but Weeders not having any of it. Foul called, and Pfeiffer will step to the line.
Foul called on Genesis Weeders. First. Maya McLean is on the line.
First shot, no good. Kiera Smith will check in for Brooke Carthen.
Kiera Smith checks in for you.
Second free throw up and out. Great rebound by Weeders. Ball over to Rosia, and here she goes. 3-point lead for the Cougars. 8.5 to go in the first half. Rosia for three. Bounced off the rim there. That shot was no good. Watson trying to get the rebound. Texan fighting for it, but ended up just barely stepping out of bounds. So Cam Lunsford will check in. Watson with the ball. And Smith with the good block there. .24 on the shot clock. And Watson did not get her shot to go. Great defense there by Weeders. Smith showing her handles off there. And Weeders, again, not able to get her shot to go. I think she was looking for a foul from Watson. Lunsford doing a good job of smothering on defense there. Watson outside. She passes it away. Under 10 seconds to go. Lunsford getting her hands on it. Smith with the rebound. 2-on-1 fast break here. And Smith does not get her shot to go, but Lunsford gets the rebound. Weeders, shot no good. And Pfeiffer the other way, a 3-point advantage for the Cougars. I don't think we've seen a bucket in about 2.5 minutes. Great defense there from Weeders. And finally the Cougars coming down with the rebound.
Weeders draws the foul there. And she will go to the line for 2 shots. She hits the first one. And for Pfeiffer, we have number 20, Courtney Pinion, number 5, Maya Johnson, and number 4.
And I see a scoring machine checking in as well. And that is Brooke Carthen checking in for the Cougars.
Lamani taking her first break of the game. Goes 2 for 2 from the line. She will check out. Johnson and Texan will check in for Lunsford and Weeders. 5-point lead here for the Cougars. 5:56 left in the half. Shot no good. Carthen rebound going the other way. Coast to coast. All by herself, and she will draw the foul, and she landed on her shoulder kind of awkwardly as she is slow to get up, but she fights through the pain as her teammates there, all 5 of them. Surrounds her and helps her up. She will go to the line for 2, and the foul was called on Sydney Bickford. That will be her first foul. This is the first one just off the left side of the rim. And she hits the second one now, pushing the Cougar lead to 6. Garcia looking to apply some full court pressure here. And the pass
almost getting away from Pfeiffer there. 3-point shot up and in. Maya Johnson hitting another one.
Johnson now at 9 in the game, 3 for 3 from behind the arc.
Already past her point per game average of just 7.6.
Carthen driving the lane, and another foul called. As Carthen will go back to the line for some more free throws. We're going to call a foul on number 12, Maya McLean. Correction, number 15, Brina Bentley. As she is not happy with that foul call. She hits the first one. Makes it 30-26 now. As Chambers will check in for Smith. And that is one thing about this Averett team, is that they are so deep over there on the bench that they can take a starter out and still keep the production going.
And a lot of good freshmen too that can also come into the game and impact very well. Carthen doing a good job of knocking that ball away.
Well, hesitation, driving to the lane, and one! And she gets this crowd on their feet. A great steal and bucket in transition, fighting through the harm. Showing the muscle, exactly why Coach Rome has them in the weight room as much as they do. 32-26 your score. Looking to push that lead even further with this and one opportunity. Just misses Texan with the
rebound there.
It's going to bounce off of a Pfeiffer Falcon. So the Cougars with a full shot clock, and
the momentum as of now. Chambers shot up and no good.
McLean looking to set the offense here for the Falcons. Get a bucket as they haven't gotten one here in a while. Looking to get a low to Pinion. Gets it down low to Johnson. And Johnson will draw the foul as she will go to the line for 2.
Foul call number 10, Denise Chambers. Her first, team second.
That would be Chambers' first foul of the game. First one from the line is good.
Maya Johnson.
And hits the second one. Johnson definitely a good free throw shooter, as we can tell thus far in the game. Making her opportunities count, as she is a perfect 3 for 3 from the three-point line and 2 for 2 from the foul line, as Rosia gets it tipped and Johnson will recover and they will call an offensive foul.
That is a very questionable call. I mean, Raven Johnson was just turning around. That is a very questionable call. I mean, Raven Johnson was just turning.
Definitely think Maya Johnson sold that one a little bit. But nonetheless, Johnson will check out as she now has 2 fouls.
Very interesting call. Nevertheless, Pfeiffer with it. Ajayi checks in for her.
And this Averett bench getting into the game, trying to get into the head. Johnson, hesitation. Kicks it over to the wing. Driving to the lane. Layup, no good, but gets the foul. That is Bickford. And she's going to go to the line to try to cut this Averett lead down to as much as 2 here.
Her first, team's fourth.
And just short on the first one as it hits the front of the rim.
.32-28 is the score.
Hits the second one.
So 32-29 now with 3.5 to go here in the second quarter. That's a great pass to find Brooke Carpin.
Maya McLean called for the foul. Her second, team's fifth. Brooke Carpin at the line to shoot 2.
And that was Maya McLean, number 12, the sophomore out of Hickory, North Carolina. In comes Courtney Hunt for the Cougars. Second shot good from Carson. Ball down low, Ajayi defending, shot no good. And the Cougars come up with it. Rosia, crossover in the lane, just rolls out.
Got the crowd on their feet on that crossover there.
3-pointer up from Pfeiffer, good. That's Bickford.
And they have brought this game within 1 now. With 2:35 left in the half. Rosia looking to get her Cougars team a much-needed bucket here. Carthen, jab step to the right, pull up from the free throw line. Good shot there. Just doesn't get the kind roll. As here goes McLean in transition. Kicks it back out. Three-pointer, no good.
Offensive rebound by Maya Johnson. Defended by Brooke Carthen. Passed off to Ajay. Shot no good. Ajay on the rebound. And a foul called on Maya Johnson.
Hey, I'll tell you what, Maya Johnson has been everywhere on this court today, doing a little bit of everything.
Weeders and Lunsford both checking into the game.
As Ajay will go to the line now, as the Cougars are now in the bonus for the remainder of this quarter, looking to capitalize on those free points that are offered after a foul. Gets the first one. And now Ajay with 6 in the game, 7 rebounds, and 1 steal.
Ajay getting it done on senior day. A great offensive rebound there.
Looking to get it down to mid-range on the block to Ajay. Gets it back out to Weeders. And Cameron Lunsford for a 3. Just a tad left as Rosia tries to save it to throw it off of a Pfeiffer Falcon there, but doesn't get it to quite happen for her. As here comes Pfeiffer now, 1:40 left in the game, only down 2 as they can get a bucket here. Johnson, step back, and I don't know if they marked that as they did mark that as a 2. As Maya Johnson looking to tie this game up as they haven't had the lead since the very start of the game as she hits the first one.
As you mentioned though, Maya Johnson has been everywhere this game. Way up over her points per game average in the first half.
She's definitely taking those free throws in stride as Weeders, the runner off the glass is good, and that gets Averett the lead back.
That's a great bucket from Genesis Weeders. Shot no good. Hunt on the rebound, and here we go. We'll see it the other way. Under a minute to go. Way to find Courtney Hunt from Alexis Rosia. Rosia looking like Lonzo Ball out there, dishing it left and right, finding Courtney Hunt. 38-34, a 4-point game now. Great defense from Weeders. And they're going to call Genesis Weeders on the foul. So I believe this is Sydney Bickford at the free throw line. Actually, that is Courtney Pinion as Raven Johnson checks back in. Pinion sinks the first free throw. 3-point game, Cougars lead. Second shot goes from Pinion as well. Watson checking back in, as well as Reagan Allen, a sophomore out of Olin, North Carolina. Here's Rosia getting across half court over to Lunsford. Weeders pull up jumper, no good. And Maya Johnson getting her shot to go.
Johnson now with 15 in the game. Very effective from the field.
I had Johnson on pace for a 30-piece in this game.
It's definitely going to be a point of emphasis going into the half. Like Coach Huddy is going to preach to her team that they have got to find a way to stop her. Make the other Falcons beat them, because you take Johnson out of the game, and that was talking. The shot at the end of the half is no good, and we are going to go to halftime with a tie ball game here in the Grant Center, and we will be right back after this.
38 is the score. Pfeiffer with that big time run at the end of the half. And Rosia gets fouled on the shot.
Sydney Bickford called for the foul. Team's first for a second. Alexis Rosia at the line.
And just so you know, fans, Brooke Carthen ended that first half with 13 points. She needs 12 more to make it on the Averett 1,000-point scorers list. Right now, Brooke Carthen sits 9th all-time scoring for this women's basketball team. She needs 12 points to make it to that 1,000-point club.
Yeah, that's a very luxurious list to join.
And it is. I mean, likes of Sam Chandler, Shannon Yop, Pat Barber, Liz Martin, Michelle Warner. I mean, these
Hall of
women
Famers and future Hall of Famers in this Averett program. Just to have your name mentioned with the greats is a real honor for her.
But me and you were talking off of the headset, and one thing Averett needs to do to pick it up in this half is they have to stop Maya Johnson. She ended up with 15 in the first half. She got 50% from the field, 75% from the three-point line, and was 100% at the charity stripe. We have to stop Maya Johnson.
And Eddie, you're absolutely right. She came in averaging 7, and she's doubled her average just in the first half, which is unbelievable. But she definitely has the hot hand, just like in the men's game, Isaiah Jones.
And Claire Smith did a good job of getting her hand in. And here we go, 2-on-2 fast break. We'll see her coast to coast, and she gets fouled.
And Coach Lloyd not happy with the missed call down here in the referee's ear, trying to get an explanation on the missed call down here, but the call down on the opposite end. As Rosia, first one is good.
And Brenna Bentley picked up her third foul, and into the game comes Brooke Carthen. Now the Cougars lead 42-38. Three-point shot in the face of Rosia. Jeez Louise. But nevertheless, a one-point game. The Cougars lead. And Rosia. Some nice jelly action there on that layup. 3-point game, 8:20 on the clock in the third quarter. Maya Johnson with it, defended by Carthen. And Raven Johnson coming up with the steal there. And here we go, Rosia the other way. She finds Smith leaning in, and she gets fouled.
Eddie, this Cougars team definitely, their emphasis going to be driving to the lane, getting fouls, and get those free throws that you just cannot argue with that. If you get to the line, that's free points that are given to you.
And the Cougars have really been keeping a high pace in this half so far, or to start this quarter, and that's, I don't know if that's caught Pfeiffer off a guard, but the Cougars high pace, high intensity to start this third quarter.
Pushes the Cougar lead to 4 now. As here's McLean. Johnson trying to get open here. Comes across the screen, gets it to her. Carthen on her. It's a good matchup there. Carthen a really good defender. Three-pointer, no good, and fouled by Smith. Smith has been very aggressive on her closeouts all game today. And that's her second time she has given up a foul on a three-point shot. And the first shot is good. That is Bickford at the line. The second one goes. And for the third and final shot is good as well. 3 for 3 from the line is Bickford, which gets it to a one-point game here. As the Cougars here looking to get a swing of momentum here. Carthen looking to drive the lane. Hanging in the air, no good. Ajay with the board and the jump ball. Possession arrow pointing towards the Pfeiffer side. 7:26 left here. 1-point game. Johnson looking to apply some pressure. Tips it away. Plays recovered by Pfeiffer. Going to the lane. Layup is good off of the glass. That is Brina Bentley.
And Pfeiffer will take their lead.
Their first lead of the contest as well. Ajay, three-pointer. No good. And a closeout there. Going the other way is McLean. Bentley free throw line jumper, no good. Johnson defensive rebound.
A 1-point game for the Cougars. 6.5 on the clock in the third quarter.
Carthen driving the lane, no good, missed.
And Carthen back out on the shot.
And looking to cut into that lead here. If not tie it here, give the Cougars the lead again. Carthen's first shot is just off of the left side of the rim.
Uncharacteristic of Carthen to miss these free throws.
And Hunt checks in for Smith. Hunt, the freshman guard from Reedsville.
Carthen a 67% free throw shooter, really a 68% free throw shooter on the year. 30-second timeout. Tie ball game, 46-46, 6:33 left in the third quarter. And so we're back. It's still a tie ball game, 46 apiece. And I think they're going to call Raven Johnson on the foul. So Genesis Weeders will come in for Raven Johnson. And an offensive foul will be called.
Trying to hit the swim move on that post move there.
Ajayi with 7 rebounds in the contest. Senior having a big game today. And Wieters with a good pass to find Ajayi there. She calls the foul.
Johnson calls the foul. Amanda Johnson heads to the line for shooting 2.
And for Pfeiffer, that is number 20, Courtney Pinion, checking in. As Ajayi goes 2 for 2 from the line to give the Cougars the lead. 6 minutes left here in this third quarter of play. McLean, nice dribbling over there, gets it to Johnson. Johnson looking to get something going. As Bickford, and the missed handle, and that would be a turnover. I'm going to say it was out on Brina Bentley as she checks out of the game, and Kiera Anderson will check in for the Falcons.
Cougars lead by 2. 5.5 to go. Ball over to Courtney Hunt. I believe there was a foul called against Pfeiffer.
I missed what happened, but we could hear it through our headsets. A hard fall there as Rosia will go to the line.
And that was Maya Johnson picking up the foul, her 3rd of the evening.
And Eddie, if you're Coach Huddy, I would run a whoever offense on Johnson just to get her in foul trouble, get her out of the game, because you get her out of the game, this Pfeiffer offense will have to find a new way to get some points. As she's leading the game with 15, and there's also McLean and Bentley with 7, and Bickford as well. As Rosia knocks it down from the line, as she now has 9 in the game. Three by Bickford is good as they tie the game here, as Pfeiffer shooting the lights out from 3-point range. They've hit 6 compared to Averett's 4, as the shot is no good. McLean going the other way. Johnson sets his screen on Rosia. Anderson gets it down low, stolen by Rosia. Rosia going coast to coast, down low to Brooke Carthen. No good. Ajayi, offensive board, and the putback. As Ajayi now with 10 points, 8 rebounds on the night, as she is having a whale of a senior night.
I'm smelling a double-double cooking from Amani Ajayi.
And they're going to call an offensive foul there on Bickford on a push, or correction. We'll get the number for that. Yeah, they are going to call that on Bickford, her 4th foul, which is not good if you are a Pfeiffer fan.
Raven Johnson, Kiera Smith, and Samantha Texan all checking in for the Cougars. A big group substitution here.
Eddie, watch for a Kiera Smith 3-point look right here. Is going to try to get her going.
And they do go to her for the scoring. Ball poked away by Pfeiffer.
I thought I was Tony Romo there on the commentary. Rosia looking to inbound underneath the basket, looking to find Texan. Gets it to Johnson, back out to Rosia. Rosia kind of thought about pulling the 3, as she's going to come off the screen by Johnson. 7 seconds on the clock. Kiera Smith driving the lane, shot no good.
Cougars lead it by 2. A shave under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. offensive foul called. So Averett will get the ball back.
Foul will go on Kiera Anderson. And that'll be her first foul. Amani Ajayi checking in for Weeders. Texan catches it on the corner, drives for the mid-range shot, no good. Foul called on Texan. Pfeiffer now with the possession. That'll be Texan's second foul of the contest. 2-point game, 51-49, 3:20 left in this third quarter of action. Pfeiffer looking to get a bucket here. They haven't had one in a few minutes. Anderson stepped back, thought about shooting. Off-balance shot, no good, but they're going to call a traveling. That was a good call. She definitely took 4 or 5 steps there on the drive.
But it did also look like she might have got pushed by an Averett player. It's kind of like, what do you see, what don't you see? Either way, travel violation called on Maya Johnson, as you mentioned. And the Cougars back in it. Cameron Lunsford checking in for Averett. Kiera Smith with the ball. She goes over to Raven Johnson. Johnson goes to Ajayi. Ajayi finds Smith down low and then comes off of Smith's leg. Pfeiffer with the ball.
Anderson to Pinion, gets it over to Johnson. Johnson loses the dribble. 12 on the shot clock. McLean driving the lane. Layup is blocked by Smith. Out of bounds on McLean. Last touch by McLean. And Brooke Carthen checking in for Raven Johnson. Zanice Chambers checking in for Cameron Lunsford. No changes for this Pfeiffer lineup as they are going to maintain this lineup that they have done so well with all game. And here's Rosia. Gets it to Chambers. Chambers over, correction. Ajayi spinning layup, and now she has 12 in the game.
(53-49) the Cougars lead it now. A 4-point game for the Cougars with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Pfeiffer working down low. Shot no good. Great rebound there by Ajayi.
Ajayi 1 rebound away now from that double-double you were talking about. And the bucket and the foul. Brooke Carthen gets this crowd on their feet. Pushes the lead to 6 points right now. Looking to make it 7. As we have Watson checking in for Pinion.
Pinion picked up her
lineup.
Or excuse me, Maya Johnson picked up her 4th foul.
That is 2 Falcons now and 4 fouls. And moving forward into this game, that foul trouble with your 2 best players, but leading the team in scoring. Johnson with 15 and Bickford with 10, both with 4 fouls, and if I'm not mistaken, it's 5 fouls and you're out. Anderson, the mid-range shot just short.
And Brent, to open this half, what did we say the Cougars had to do to stop Pfeiffer, stop Maya Johnson? And she has not seen the bottom of the net all quarter.
And Eddie, you're absolutely right. They've applied the pressure on her, and she's on the bench currently trying to get rested up. Smith, they're going to call a charge. They're going to call Smith on a shove. 7-point game as you hear the MacBook going off in the background. A minute 12 left in this third quarter. Both teams are in the bonus. Ooh. bonus. Great defense by Rosia. Off the glass, no good, and Weeders just misses the rebound.
But you know what? You like to see that, though. Even though the ball gets knocked out of bounds, you still have the momentum because you played smothering defense, and here we go. Can they do it again? Ball inbounded, a fresh 30 on the clock.
And the Kiera versus Kiera action going on with Smith and Anderson. Rosia back on defense. Weeders tips it away, stolen. Rosia going coast to coast. Left-handed layup is good off the glass. 9-point lead for the Cougars, 35 seconds left. And a great heads-up play by Weeders to get ahead to Rosia. And Pfeiffer looking to slow it down to get the last shot that they can.
7 seconds separate the shot and game clock. The Cougars almost coming up with another steal, and Kiera Smith foul on the shot.
Kiera Smith for the foul.
And that's Smith's third foul. As Kiera Anderson will step to the line for 2 points. Her first shot is no good. Raven Johnson checking in as well as Samantha Texan. Just 10.4 on the clock after this free throw. Shot good. 8-point lead for the Cougars. Rosia. 5 seconds on the clock.
And Rosia gets the bucket to fall as the clock expires.
And just like that, Brent Hammer, a 10-point lead headed into the fourth quarter. We'll be right back here at the Grant Center. Ten-point lead, 10 minutes on the clock, and the Cougars have the advantage. Ball over to Brooke Carthen. She finds Denise Chambers. Chambers off the screen. Her shot no good. Ball still on the court. The Cougars come up with it.
Great hustle there by Chambers to get onto the ball. Texan for a three, no good. Johnson offensive board, put back good. 12-point game as Johnson now with 4 rebounds, 4 points. And it's the things that you don't get stats for that she's done well this game as Johnson gets the layup there.
And that's Maya Johnson's.
She now has 17 in the game. And Eddie, if you're Coach Huddy, I would run a play to try to get a foul for Johnson as Johnson gets the layup.
I was getting ready to say, why do that when Raven can't stop making buckets? 64-52. Again, a 12-point game.
Johnson, I don't know if she tripped or what.
Three-point shot.
Pointed by. The ball will stay with Averett. Bickford as the ball goes out of bounds. And that will be a Jai checking in for Texan. Rosia, 3 points. She had an opportunity there. Behind Johnson, hanging in the air. Gets Johnson the look for the foul. As Rosia is going to her teammate saying, "You see I made that pass?" Well, a hang time there by Rosia. Gives Johnson the good look on which she gets fouled in, which doesn't matter if the bucket goes in or not. Points are points, and Johnson a really good free throw shooter. As the first one rolls out. .12 lead for the Cougars, 8:10 left in this game. As Johnson hits the second free throw to make it a 13-point advantage for this Cougars team. Here's McLean trying to get Johnson open. They're running that same play where they set a screen at the mid-range for Johnson. Johnson back and forth, gets it down low, and the shot is good. Number 15. Rena Bentley, as Rosia not wasting any time as she brings the ball down court. Could have possibly took a layup there, but they're going to set up a play here. Double screen up top. Rosia, three-pointer is good, and she leaves it up there for confirmation as she splashes home her, I want to say that is her first three of the game.
And that's great defense from Amani Ajay. A nice steal from Chambers. Bucket good! 70-54. The Cougars are rolling right now.
The Averett lead up to 16 now as Johnson has been taking
three-point shot.
Three-pointer good as Bickford is a lethal shooter. Coach Roy is frustrated at these referees.
13-point game. UL Cougars lead at 70-57. 6:43 in the fourth. '57, 13-point game. And that's Pfeiffer coming up with the ball. Under 6.5 to go in the fourth quarter. And that's Coach Lloyd getting into it with the ref there.
Coach Lloyd better.
Pfeiffer looking to inbound the ball. Rosia able to get her hands to it, and she's going the other way. 3-on-3 fast break, and a nice pass to Brooke Carthen. Alexis Rosia.
Rosia is absolutely pumped up after that one as Brooke is talking junk to Maya Johnson here, saying, you cannot guard me right now. I'm in my zone. And when you're Brooke Carthen, when you get in the zone, you do not come out for a while. As she is playing lockdown defense on Johnson. Johnson looking, crossover layup, no good. As Carthen gives her the look. And it points the other way as this crowd is absolutely on their feet. It's Coach Huddy telling Carthen, I like the energy, but let's keep our composure here. We don't need a technical foul.
And Carthen's thinking to herself, I'm going to get buckets, Coach. That's what I'm going to keep doing. You give me the ball, I put it in the bottom of the net, and that's what she's going to do here. She's got the ball, pull-up jumper, and she just misses off the front of the rim. 72-57, 5:17 left in the fourth quarter.
Layup is good by McLean.
That's a great layup there from McLean.
And Eddie Carthen now with 19 in the game. She is just 6 away from 1,000 points in her career.
And you know she knows it. She's got it in the back of the net.
Johnson, and they're going to call a push-off on Johnson, as that will be, I'm pretty sure, her second, third foul. As the score is now 59-72, 13-point lead. We have a platoon swap. Texan and Wieters checking in, as well as Smith. So your starting five for your Cougars is Rosia, Texan, Ajay, Wieters, and Smith. A good, solid starting five, as Wieters is having a heck of a game for her right now. Smith playing smothering defense, and she is frustrated after that one, as she is now, I'm pretty sure, with 4 fouls. As a quick entry and a quick exit for Smith, as she now has 4 in the game, and definitely want to keep a shooter around just in case a Pfeiffer comeback is in order.
But they do, however, check in Cam Lunsford, who is a fantastic defensive player. She doesn't foul that much. She's just right in your face. Maya Johnson with it. Defended by Rosia, double team.
And Ajay now with a double-double on her senior day. You really cannot have a better game than that. Just a dominant effort for her tonight.
And they will call a foul.
Courtney Pinion called for a foul. Her second, team second.
Courtney Pinion called on that foul. Her second foul of the evening. Mid-range shot. And here's Lunsford the other way. 3-on-3 fast break.
Almost got it tipped away. Lunsford gets it to Rosia. Rosia setting up the play. Gets it to Lunsford. Gets it over to Wieters at the top of the 3 line. Ajay trying to get open as Texan now with it on the wing. Driving baseline. Shot blocked by Pinson. Blocked again, and a rebound.
And Pinion doing a good job down low.
Playing great hands-up defense. 13-point game, 3:20 left as Carthen walks up to the scorer's table to check in on the next step ball. Ajay, hands up, Pinion, no good. Wieters with the rebound. And Weeders now 6 rebounds on the night. A great night for her on the boards as ball kicked. Texan in the corner.
The good heads up play there.
Great hands.
And Carlton will check in for Weeders.
Here's a jive, mid-range shot, no good, just falls out. Maya Johnson, the board, going coast to coast, finds Bickford for 3, and no good. Pinion, the offensive board, shot back up, no good. Runs for the defensive board, gets it to Carthen. Carthen to bring it up the court. Stolen by McLean.
3-on-3 fast break here.
And blocked!
And a foul called on Brooke Carthen.
And I'm pretty sure a technical foul was called on Coach Roy. If it was not Coach Roy as the assistant coach, because they're going to sort this out as the possession did go in favor of Pfeiffer, but a technical foul called on one of the coaches. We're not quite sure which coach it was as Texan goes to the line now.
And so here we go, 72-59 is the score here in the fourth quarter. The Cougars do lead it. Cameron Lunsford taking the ball away with her back to the ball. Finds Rosia. Shot no good. And Rosia was out of bounds as she tried to save it. Cameron Lunsford with the great heads-up defensive play. Timeout by Coach Liz Hewdy. 72-59 with 2.5 left in the fourth quarter. Your Cougars lead it. (72-59), your Cougars lead it.
Johnson driving the lane, looking to get something going.
Maya Johnson
butchers the shot.
Sheesh, Maya Johnson ghosting her defenders. But like you said, could not get the shot to go.
That was really a tremendous set of dribble moves right there by Johnson. Screen by Ajay to Lunsford, spinning in the lane, gets her to fall. And they're going to call it out of bounds on Lunsford as she lost the dribble. A little back and forth, nice dribbling by both teams. 11-point game, a minute 40 left in the contest.
Nothing is impossible. Nothing is out of the realm of possibility.
Johnson now. We're going to get something going. Step back. 3. No good. Offensive rebound, though, by Brianna Bentley.
So Ajayi called on that foul.
We're going to inbound it here off the baseline. Goes to Bickford. Johnson back to Bickford. Bickford the 3. No good, and the ball will roll out of bounds. Possession going towards the Cougars. And here comes Rosia. Rosia with 16 points in the ballgame, 4 assists, 3 steals. She's been very active on the defensive end. Under a minute now. Still an 11-point lead. Ajayi tips it back to Rosia. 7 seconds on the clock. Carthen looking to get something going, and they're going to call a double dribble. Rosia keeping Carthen's head up. 46 seconds left, and you do say nothing is guaranteed until that final buzzer. But if you're the Cougars, Johnson's been playing, it is very possible.
If you're the Cougars, that play is almost okay because you wasted so much time. And a charge
on McLean as Rosia takes the tough foul in stride. And now 40 seconds left. They're going to, I don't know if they were trying to intentionally foul here, but Carthen gets pushed there. Johnson now kicks it back to Carthen. Carthen looking to waste some time here. Looking to set up double screen. Johnson there runs him off. Still at the double screen. Ajayi said, come my way. Carthen driving the lane. Jump ball called. Possession arrow going to Pfeiffer. 18 seconds left in the game.
And Ben, I'm always a proponent of never give up to the clock read 0. However, we have less than 15 seconds to go.
Mid-range shot, no good by McLean. Johnson, the rebound, gets it to Carthen.
This game is going to end, this will end 72-61, and Amani Ajayi with a big game. A big game on senior day for Amani Ajayi. 12 points, 10 rebounds, a double burger. Amani Ajayi. Brooke Carthen also finishing the game with 19 points, 5 rebounds. Alexis Rosia, 16, 4, and 3. An all-around great game by the women, a great game by the men, a double-header, double win by the men and women. It was a 3-point party. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you for joining us. Your women won it, 72-61.